Hey folks, it's Vic Noble here with your weekly trade example slash lesson slash comments. I'm going to show you a few trades actually that were taken by members, not by me or by Shirley or anything like that. But before we do that, I want to just a few things I want to just talk about here. You know, we all often talk about how lonely this business can be. It's pretty much just you and your computer, right? And really, to do this all on your own, or to do anything big on your own for that matter, can be sometimes it can be a pretty big challenge, quite a daunting task. Especially something like trading, where, you know, on the surface, trading seems like it should be something that should be pretty easy to learn and start making money with. But you know, that's not what happens with most people. That's not the reality, and there's lots of reasons why, and obviously you need to find that out. The acid test, of course, is, you know, about your own trading, is to simply ask yourself how it's been for you on your own, working on your own. If it's been working for you, great. Don't change a thing for sure. I mean, if something's working for you, why on earth would you want to disrupt it? But if it's been a tough road, you need to do something different. I think that's pretty obvious. For those that don't know, and we have new members here all the time, I have a twice weekly service that we do called the Coach's Corner, and I have to tell you something, that service has been tremendously beneficial for so many people. And I have to be honest in saying the other side of it, that it doesn't help everybody. I wish it did. You know what the truth is? Nobody's service or products or whatever works for everybody. That's just the way it is. But when I look at the amount of people who have been so positively impacted by the Coach's Corner service, it's extremely gratifying. Maybe, you know, it just might be the right thing for you. You'll have to ask yourself that. But in fact, and here's the thing, even if you were a former Coach's Corner member, it could very well be that now is the right time for you. You know, sometimes there's circumstances that preclude you from moving ahead, or maybe you just weren't truly open to a new way of looking at things in the past, or your focus wasn't there, or whatever it is. And now you're ready, you're there. And there could be all sorts of reasons why your trading didn't improve in the past, but that's the past. Now is now, and so you know, you can always change. You know, in January of 2012, Shirley Hudson and I came out with our Recurring Forex Patterns course. It's been one of Forex Mentor's most popular courses, maybe if not the most popular, and for good reason. You know, I'm going to show you Shirley's latest track record, but before I do, I need to make a very healthy disclaimer in saying that you will not, definitely will not, get these kind of results. That's not why I'm showing them to you. Nobody's going to get these results. They're Shirley's unique results, and yours are going to be different. And I'll just bring it up here. And I really do want to emphasize that. And I'll tell you something else about these, by the way, just so you know. There was a total of 798 trades. You can see that right here, 798 trades. Do you know that Shirley has a screenshot of every single one of them? Every one. That's called journaling and you know, keeping track of everything. She can look up any one of them at any time. This is a lot of work to do, but you look at the results and decide if it's worth it or not. Now, having seen this, I mean, obviously her results are incredible. I mean, you're not going to see these. I don't know where you'd ever see these, but huge winning percentage, you know, 97%, and a 3-to-1 reward to risk. That's outstanding. Her average pip risk has only been 12 pips, and so on. But look, and obviously the results are off the map and all that. Who cares, right? I want you to focus in on something. And when I say who cares, I don't mean that to sound, you know, weird or anything, but obviously it's incredible. But I want you to focus in on a few things here. And if you have the RFP course already, by the way, I think this would really help you. And if you don't have it, well, you just look this over, and maybe it's something that you want to really think about getting. I mean, it's not that expensive. Boy, I want to show you something here, though. Look at the most popular pairs that she traded and the most popular pattern. You know, there's 6 patterns, and she trades all these different pairs here. Well, look, the euro, 20%, the British pound US dollar, 16%, and the US yen, 20% almost. That's almost 60%, 55-60% on just 3 of these pairs. Wouldn't that help you maybe decide on which would be the best for you? And how about which patterns? Pattern number 6, this is also known as a VIC trade. You know that this pattern, by the way, I introduced to Forex Mentor students and members back in 2006. The parameters have never changed. And I'm actually quite proud of that fact, actually. It stood the test of time. It hasn't been massaged or changed or whatever. It's just a really good pattern. 55% of all these trades were pattern 6. Almost 30% were pattern 4. Where do you think you want to spend most of your time? Okay, pattern 6 and pattern 4 are the ones to go. This is really, really valuable information. Earlier this year, Shirley and I started a daily trade review of our Recurring Forex Patterns daily trade review service. 4 days a week, we go over the trades that set up each day, different sessions, and specifically we focus on, guess which patterns? 6 and 4, which makes sense, right? I mean, that's where all the money is, right there. I'm going to show you an example of one of each of these patterns right now, from yesterday actually, and this is sent in by a member, by the way, not from me and not from Shirley. And I just want to make the point that it's not, this is teachable. And this guy took a trade here short on the, this is a perfect pattern 6 setup. He sold right here actually. You can't, this is a 1 hour chart, but on a 15-minute chart it went down and back up, and he sold at this. Look at this resistance and support. We use this all the time. You can be the judge whether support or resistance is worth looking at or not. We use it all the time. It's just it's very, very good. Depending, you got to use it right, of course. So there's a pattern, support, resistance, pattern 6 parameter setup. There was a quick 2-to-1 for him. The other trade he had was on the Aussie. I'm just trying to I want to show you that's a 6, and here's a pattern 4. Was right here. It comes down. Is this? Do you think this could be support? Could be support. Used to be support here and here and here. There's resistance in here and here. That's just a good level to watch. I don't know if it's going to hold or not. It might go straight down, but it didn't. It set up pattern number 4 perfectly. He used a noble entry, bought it, and wrote it up for another quick 2-to-1. Now he could have got more out of it, but this guy has been like, oh, his trading has improved dramatically. You'll see in the testimony. His name is Rob. Actually, you can see it in the testimonials in the body of this email. So. I just wanted to point those out. By the way, as price went up, what happens is one trade ends, another one begins, and another one ends, and another one begins. This went up into a perfect pattern number 4 sell in alignment with the daily trend bias, which is down on this pair on this day, which is also a 6-hour MOF trade. It's money on the floor. We teach slingshots and MOFs in the coach's corner. There's a pattern 4 confirmed by a 6-hour MOF. Look at this move down. It was just tremendous. 2 support and another pattern 4 actually set up. So anyway, I mean, obviously it'd be pretty nice to be able to pick up a few of these kinds of trades. The fact is, people do. In the body of this email that you received, I put some testimonials in, to the products and the services from I just got these from just this past week. Okay, keep in mind, I have never asked for these testimonials to be sent to me. People just send them in. I always ask if it's okay to show them to other people, because it's, I want them to say it's okay for me to show it. And all of them said, of course, no problem. And at the end of the testimonials in the email, you can click on that link to see even more testimonials. I just want you to see that these patterns work. Okay, and actually this Rob fellow who sent this in sent in another email. I didn't put it on there after that one, saying just how much of his success has been as a result of the Coach's Corner. In particular, he's been listening to how Dave Deming approaches his trading, and his whole life for that matter. Dave's one of our long-term members and a master of the psychological side of trading, and his consistent approaches has just directly led to consistent profitability. Dave's just a really good guy, very, very good trader. He wrote a book called Driving Your Way to Success. You can go to forexmentor.com/driving. And that you can see that book. It's not expensive and a great, great little book. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with those thoughts, and I hope that this information was helpful, something that you can use in contemplating your own trading future. And of course, you can check out any of the products and services that I mentioned at the bottom of the body of this email. But beyond that, send me an email if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to get back to you or talk to you, whatever you like. Okay? Thank you so much, and you guys have a great weekend. I hope you have a great week of trading next week, and we'll see you next Friday. Thanks again.